Can I ask you why Emancipet for you personally? Like, what is the most rewarding part for you? Is it those mental reels? Is it all of it? Or is it you've talked about like really being in this to help animals, and I'm just wondering, it sounds like you would be doing that no matter what. It just feels like who you are. So I'm just wondering if there's any other, or is it all of those pieces that we've discussed that make you aligned with Emancipet?
It is all of those pieces. I also really enjoy that Emancipet hires technicians that don't have a background in animal, or in animal medicine. They may have worked at a groomer's, or they may have never touched an animal before. Mm. And so as a veterinarian working with these technicians, I get to see that spark from them, that joy of helping the community, but also of learning how to draw blood, of learning how to restrain a cat, of all these basic skills, and then empowering them to move on to being a manager at the clinic. Or sometimes our technicians move on to work as emergency technicians in the local emergency room, but really being a pipeline for more people to get into this world is something that Emancipet does. Allowing people with no background to work with animals is not super typical. And so it means that we need robust training. And I, as a veterinarian, I like doing that. So I like, showing up to a clinic and working with a person that I've never met. Tell me your story. Have you ever worked with pets before? What have you learned so far? Like, what can we talk about that's gonna help you develop your knowledge and your technical skills so that you get where you want to go? I think that's really fun. Maybe other people do too, but I really
love
think
it. You're basically practicing your muscle of trusting and having faith in people, which is so important to help animals. We have to do that. We can't do it without people.
Yeah. No, I think the environment of teaching and learning is something that I really value and that Emancipet supports. And so that's another reason on top of all the other ones that we've talked about that I work for Emancipet.